Good morning, everybody. Hope everybody is very well this morning. It's a little bit rainy outside, but we're going to jump right into it. So thank you. So welcome everybody to OPN, our 72nd event. And today we are doing the Supporters Fund ETE, which is entrepreneurs helping entrepreneurs. So the premise behind what we're doing today and the reason for setting up this was that we wanted to give everybody an opportunity from an entrepreneur side of point of view to be able to talk about who they are, what they're about, and provide a couple of things that they're looking to solve. And the best part of that is that we wanted it to be entrepreneurs helping each other solve those problems. There are investors on the call and other like-minded entrepreneurs and CEOs of companies. And the whole premise behind it was that we wanted to make sure that not only are we looking out after the startups from an investment standpoint to help them out, but to see if there was a way for the entrepreneurs to help each other as well. So Tim, I'm going to activate you right now.
Thanks, Jeff. Hi, everyone. Hope everyone's doing all right. Tim from Rover Parking here. Essentially, we help buildings monetize their unused parking. When we started, we were Airbnb of parking, but we've since pivoted and really work with the multifamily industry. Nice. Obviously, right now is pretty interesting times. You know, for us, we were just launching a seed fundraising round that I started kind of late February at arguably one of the worst times. And, you know, come mid-March, parking, you know, essentially dropped off 90%. So now sort of back to the drawing board and, you know, just looking to talk to good, like-minded people. I am still looking at raising a small round. And one of the things I'm really trying to work on right now is how do you keep everyone on your team motivated remotely? You know, Rover was even already probably 75% remote before this, but it's still keeping everyone on task, keeping everyone motivated. If anyone has any good thoughts on that, I'd love to hear them. So Jeff, thanks for putting this together and look forward to speaking with anyone or helping out in any way I can.
Perfect. Thanks a lot, Tim. Catherine, good to go.
Alrighty. Hi, guys. I just wanted to start by saying thank you so much to Jeffrey and to Laura for organizing this. It's really great to have. So to introduce Fit In Live, basically it's, I built it in response to COVID because of course, you know, Fit In is in the fitness and the wellness industry, mental health space, but no one's going to the gym anymore. So to help some of the independent instructors get online, because there were some technical challenges for a few of them. So I created a virtual gym. So Fit In Live, basically it's a drop-in. You can buy a day pass, a week pass, and or a month pass. You can, it's good for the entire household. And the idea is you can drop in and do any kind of fitness class together with a friend. So you can kind of stay connected with somebody like you would have done in the past and gone out and work out with them. Or you could join one of the mental health classes. So we have several that are designed to help you get through COVID. So dealing with resilience, dealing with, you know, just coping skills, dealing with stress, dealing with, you know, motivation to keep going. So one of the things we're looking for is what we're doing is we're opening up the month pass. We've just launched that starting for May 1st. And what we want to do for each pass that's purchased, we want to donate 5 to different charities. We have Big Brothers Big Sisters on board already. So we're looking for 4 more charities who might actually fit really well. So we're looking for, you know, low-income communities, underserved minorities. So if anyone has a connection to one of those, I would love to just get an introduction and we'll take it from there. I'm also looking for any other businesses who might participate. So if there's a company who wants to offer these mental health resources to their staff, for instance, so, you know, Tim, you know, we can definitely cut a deal and give you a bit of a group discount. And then also we do free Fridays every other week. So our next free Friday is next Friday. And I invite everyone to come join us. You can sign up on http fitin.live and just come join us and have a good workout and maybe do a Reiki circle with us. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you very much, Catherine.
Welcome. Thanks.
Miller, you are up.
To really take the stress out of rentals for both tenants as well as the landlord. if you're a landlord, really your worry is about finding the right tenant and managing your risks. And namely, that's tenants who have difficulty paying rent or possibly damaging your property. On the tenant side, they are more worried about losing their home in case they cannot pay due to job loss or disability. At Single Key, we actually solve these concerns by offering a rent guarantee program to guarantee rental income despite financial hardship. We also have a tenant credit and background check service to help landlords screen their tenants, make sure that they find someone who is qualified and a good fit for their property. Some of the things that we really we're wondering about now, we thought this would be a fantastic time to really spend some time building our SEO campaign and really kind of getting some content out there to grow our organic traffic. And if there's anyone here that has been successful in doing that and has gotten some good results, we'd love to talk to you and kind of learn a bit about your experience. Currently, the majority of our acquisition has been through paid channels like Google Search or Facebook. So we'd love to shift some of that into, put some effort into SEO so that we're getting some organic traffic as well to lower our cost per acquisition. Some of the other points I wanted to kind of cover as well is I wanted to just quickly perhaps get some sense from folks that have been successful in taking advantage of some of the government relief funding that's available out there. And in terms of interns, now we're going to the summer season. We're actually going through hiring interns. And I wanted to get some sense of best practices in terms of how you go about hiring interns, motivating them, making sure that they are productive during the short 4 months term that they are with the company, and getting the best out of them. Thanks, guys, and looking forward to the discussion.
Perfect. Thank you very much, Miller. Simon, you are ready to go.
So Olivia Partners, we are kind of like a small firm. Me and my partner Elvin, we're looking to buy a business from a retiring owner, grow it, very rapidly to get a 10x return, and exit that business in 4 to 7 years. And the business that we seek, must generate over $2 million in net profit. So not just $2 million in revenue, but we're looking at businesses that are mature and now they are actually taking home a net profit of $2 million. Just a bit about our background, myself and Elvin. So our background is B2B sales. I'm a programmer by trade, cloud architect, and analytics and finance. I had a SaaS company that was acquired by J2 Global, a public company. Then I worked as a line of business manager at IBM. Elvin managed very large funds at Sun Life and did a lot of company analysis. And that's us. We're super excited. So what we're looking for help with is first funding. We're raising a $500K seed. We're looking to fill in another $340K of that. That's sort of just for the runway. We already have private equity firms who will help us with the purchase. So we're just looking for a runway to help with due diligence, small expenses along the way and that sort of thing. These are complicated transactions, so there's a lot of fees there. And the other thing, which I think would be great, is finding a business. Do any of you know of a retiring owner or even a founder who's looking to exit? And to be clear, we don't try to undercut. We pay the market value. We pay the same as private equity firms. But because we're going to be the operators, we're not a private equity firm who's just going to find some CEO somewhere. We can really give the old owners exactly what they want. So, and I'm sure, if you all think carefully, maybe you have a relative or a friend who has a business, they're getting close to retirement or they're past the retirement age and they want to hand this business off in the right way, maybe even protect some key employees, definitely keep Levion in mind. So that's what we're looking for.
Awesome. Thank you very much, Simon. Okay, up next is Ribbet.
Thank you, Jeff. Hi, everyone. It's Ribbet here. The company is called Ribbet. There's a connection between my name and the company name, and we'll talk about it later. But what we do is we actually give neighborhood shops, specifically independent mom and pop shops, the economies of scale that they don't have on their own. So operationally, a local business loses out because they don't have the scale that bigger box stores do. So we're solving this problem, starting off with a group loyalty program that is neighborhood by neighborhood, and all these shops get the opportunity to work as a single unit, with using loyalty as the entry point to capture the local market. We plan to do things like sharing a workforce, group supplies, and even financial services at the back end as we scale. And by doing that, we give independent shops the opportunity to come together and join hands and help them save money, manage resources efficiently, and improve their bottom line. As you can imagine, the category of businesses, customers that we're serving has been one of the hardest hit during this time, but it has come as a blessing in disguise for us businesses. So just to give you some context, my co-founder was in Silicon Valley raising our next round. So we currently have raised just over $1 million Canadian dollars from local investors in the Toronto ecosystem. And now we're going to, we've been in touch with the investors in the Valley, so firms like General Catalyst, Floodgate, and Pear VC. And those conversations were going on until March, and then my co-founder had to come back because of the pandemic. What's really interesting is some of these investors who we're talking to have now reached out to us saying, your commitment to help small businesses is going to be more important than ever before, given this situation. And so what's your play is going to be as you come on the other side is what we're really interested in looking into. So this is a really unique opportunity for us because we have challenges of our category of customers are the most impacted. At the same time, the market appetite for helping small businesses and understanding that these small businesses are the bedrock of the economy, and the motivation for helping them is now survival as opposed to just a nice to have or an added value layer. That's a huge thing for us to talk about and think about now. So our biggest challenge or opportunity, you can say, is how do we leverage the current conversation around helping small businesses, and what's the kind of pivot or adaptation that we need to make in our business so that when we come on the other side, the product market fit is demonstrated in a very positive way that helps us impact our customers as well as raise the bigger round of funding that we're raising. So that would be one of the best things. Would love to hear everyone's suggestions on that. And the second thing is, in the process of doing that, we really want to talk to all of our existing participating merchants and understand what their current challenges are, and really have a unbiased listen and learn period so we can collect feedback and react to that feedback. So any thoughts on how other people have executed real honest feedback from customers and getting unique insights would be really helpful. So looking forward to hearing suggestions.
Awesome, thank you very much, Ribbet. On the panel, just for information, everybody that's on the panel, please stay on there. We're gonna do a group photo at the end. But also, I see there's lots of collaboration going on the chat, so please keep chatting away and seeing how you guys can help each other. This is very exciting and awesome to see.
Hey everyone, thanks for having me here, Tim and Jeffrey.
Ravi, welcome.
I'm Ravi from Bradleyb VR. My background comes from growth hacking and social networking. I started Bradleyb VR in response to COVID, just before the whole thing locked down. I went to a Broadway show, the Harry Potter and the Cursed Child. That was my last show in the Broadway ecosystem. And I started looking into numbers and understood that the entire theater market, including motion picture, has been stagnant for the last 10 years while the Broadway market is growing, with an average of like $1 billion in revenues. So it all came down to a complete crash. So that's when we got the idea of like building an immersive theater experience so people can watch at the comfort of their home in VR. We have pretty good traction since the launch. We have like a lot of consumers signing up. The way it works is we have a production platform where we accept production. We co-produce with real producers, theater producers who can do anything during this lockdown time, and we got a great interest there. We found our first few producers, so we are launching our season 1 of theater plays in the August of 2020. So we're building this studio, 3D studio, where we shoot with a 3D camera with that background of green screen, and then we have a VFX layering that we apply. So all the sets will be immersive. And then we stream the content to our mobile app to the consumers who would buy our headset, or if they have their own headset. Our headset starts at like $49, where it would work with your existing smartphone and converts that into a immersive VR headset like Cardboard VR. And then they pay $49 per month subscription. So the coolest thing here is each producer who comes in board, they would get at least 2x returns within 12 months based on pay-per-view model. And this is how we want to like help the entire theater industry not to completely halt their operations, because the bottom line is affected the most. And we hope to like increase our number of plays that we can build the library upon. So we have a great interest from the producers from Hollywood within the short time that we had. And we request everyone here to join the waitlist, get BroadwayVR.com on the consumer side, and we hope you would enjoy our place.
Perfect. Thank you very much, Ravi. Okay, up next is Jordan.
Hi, good morning, everybody. It's Jordan at Parable. What Parable is a web application to replace conference rooms, particularly for product development teams. So any activity where folks used to get funky with Post-it notes and execute an agile process, we replace that online. Things have been very good for us during the COVID crisis. We are now doubling our user base about every 2 months. We're up to about 40,000 users or so. It's a new community for us to join, and we're really happy to be here. Tim Mayer invited us. The thing that's been challenging for us actually has been finding talent in order to join our team, particularly technical talent. And I'm curious to know which recruiters folks have worked for or worked with rather, or if there are folks that people have in their networks who have helped develop real-time applications would be interested in joining a remote first team.
Awesome. Thank you very much for that, Jordan. Okay, up next is Bridgeify.
There's my video. Sorry that I'm not better looking. Hi, I am Jorge, founder and CEO of Bridgeify. We basically make software that allows apps, mobile apps, to work without the internet. The problem that we're solving is basically the millions of people that have a smart device and don't have access to a constant internet connection. In addition to you and I that probably do have a data plan and lose access to it for a huge variety of reasons. We can think of natural disasters, underprivileged schools, large sports and music events, international travel, etc. Right now, we are actually developing our technology in a way that it will help with contact tracing. We know that right now it's a very hot topic. So what's going to happen is that companies integrate our technology. It's made to integrate with Android and iOS apps. So they integrate our technology into their apps, and then those apps can now work using Bluetooth instead of data. We create mesh networks, which is basically a chain of devices that are connected using Bluetooth, and you can send information from one device to another, covering really large distances without anybody, not one single device, having to have access to the internet. So basically imagine this. Imagine an educational app where a teacher can share information with the students inside a classroom, or you can take attendance of the whole school in just a matter of seconds and only using Bluetooth. And in addition to that, the new feature that we're coming out within maybe a week, hopefully, week and a half, is that we're also going to be able to do contact tracing, which will allow for the control of, for example, COVID-19 outbreaks. It will allow for large events organizers to keep track of what's going on at their events, logistics, inside, let's say, a car factory, manufacturing factory. You will be able to take attendance to see if there are any coronavirus outbreaks, etc., while at the same time making these mobile apps work without the internet. We joined the Alchemist Accelerator program a year ago, and we graduated, did a demo day in September. We raised a quick $350K round, but now that we're actually being approached by national governments and really large companies, we are raising a quick $1 million as sort of a bridge round, if you will, to be able to build out the team and meet these new contracts and be able to build out the product even more. Right now, we're looking for help with our new pricing model, which you can see on our website. We feel that it's friendly for developers. It's good, definitely good for us, but we would like feedback on that. And yeah, so interest basically to angel investors, early stage funds, anybody that would like to join a team that is actually solving a real problem that affects millions of people, and that not only benefits users, but it also benefits companies by increasing engagement and thus revenue for their products. And yeah, that's Bridgeify. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you very much. Gabriella?
Hello. Can everyone, am I here? Yep. So hi, I'm Gabi. I'm the founder and CEO of WAMP. And WAMP is also a Techstars alum company. And what we've built is a 3D platform that allows basically anyone to access 3D content, create 3D content, and actually manufacture it. When the crisis hit, we were in the middle of raising a fund. So of course, just like everybody else, we are in a tough spot, but we're about to open a new round, kind of again, a bridge round to get us through finishing our software. We've had quite a bit of interest from a lot of people, and obviously in the PPE section and general relief for COVID. We are now printing a ton of swabs for medical research, for hospitals to help diagnose. So we've had quite a bit of success there. We're about to sell 1 million swabs. So if anybody has any contacts in the medical industry and in the healthcare, whether it's in Canada or in the US, or has any contacts for people who need PPE or 3D printing, that's what we've been kind of focused on during the crisis. Post-crisis, we're looking to launch a private beta. So anyone who's interested in a democratization of 3D and 3D content can sign up on our website. And I guess one of my other asks would be for people to go on our site, sign up, look around, look at what we've posted for COVID, and yeah, just sign up for our newsletter. That's about it.
Perfect. Thank you very much, Gabriella.
Good to be here, good to be part of this community. This is Mayank from Tangent, and we are building Shopify for fashion. In last 20 years, as e-commerce and online retail has really grown, buying fashion online has not really grown in the same way. This is because on the one hand, buying a product online is a very transactional experience where one either searches or browses, does price comparisons, adds to cart, and just completes the checkout process. But a shopper, when buying for a fashion or a beauty product, expects a much more engaging emotional experience. Our AI-powered tools, which are, for instance, virtual try-on, which helps shopper try on different kind of beauty and fashion products while shopping online, to AI-powered virtual avatars, which can wear different kind of beauty and fashion clothes, beauty products and fashion clothes, which are much more relevant for the shoppers. So we have this set of tools which acts as a personalization layer over top of existing e-commerce platform like Shopify or WooCommerce. I am also an Alchemist alum, and we had raised a seed round middle of last year after a demo day. We have been working with e-commerce companies since last 1.5 years. And now, during these unfortunate times in last 2 months, have been a blessing in disguise for us. We have closed two more clients in last 2 months who had been, retailing offline through Macy's or JCPenney's, and now wants to revamp their online presence and come online and connect to their consumers D2C. So we are looking within connects with fashion or beauty brands looking to ramp up their online presence. We are also hiring, and especially those people who have worked on Shopify or WooCommerce or other e-commerce platform. This is it. Thank you so much. And it's good to be part of this community.
Mayank, thank you very much. Michael, you are up.
Hey everyone, it's Michael here from Parachute Coffee. We are Canada's direct-to-consumer subscription solution for home coffee. And of course, obviously right now, as people are unable to visit their local cafes, we are positioned and sort of have built the product to bring the cafe experience home. And as you might imagine, we're an e-commerce brand that is benefiting from the crisis. We have seen a pretty significant lift in revenues over the last 4 to 6 weeks. And as long as consumer spending remains intact and our supply chain remains intact, we should continue to benefit from COVID-19. One of the challenges, or two of the challenges that we're facing currently, Canada Post is seeing pretty significant delays in their parcel delivery, and being, the promise being sort of fresh coffee at your door on your schedule. We're seeing a bit of a challenge there, being able to deliver on that promise to our customers in the last 2 weeks, I would say. Canada Post has assured us that they're moving through the volumes better now. but we'll have to see as things continue what the impact of COVID-19 will be on Canada Post for the medium to long term. And the second thing is just in terms of fulfillment. We're always seeking new fulfillment partners. The one that we're currently working with right now is a good partner of ours and has been a partner of ours for some time and out of Toronto. But that doesn't necessarily mean that we're not always seeking new options if they are available. So if there are any e-commerce entrepreneurs in the group that are using a 3PL in the Toronto GTA area and shipping across Canada, would love to hear. I know I spoke with an e-commerce entrepreneur last week after the call, JP. This has been a great opportunity and reason to connect with other entrepreneurs in the Toronto ecosystem. So that's great. We are raising. We will be raising to sort of accelerate the growth that we are currently seeing. It's going to be a very small round, and it's going to be open mostly to our existing investors and their immediate network. So we're keeping it sort of lean to address and accelerate the growth that we're currently seeing. So appreciate any introductions there as well. Thank you very much, JP, for another great session.
Awesome. Thank you, Michael. And now we have David, I believe, is up.
Hi. Yeah, I'm here with my co-founder, Fion. I'm Dave Van Bruin. I have a AI. Oh, start my video. Thank you. I have a AI startup exit, and I studied NLP during my PhD at Cornell and Berkeley. You hear Fion? My co-founder Fion is here. She founded a multi-million-dollar tech consultancy, has a background in B2B product marketing, computer science, and an MBA. Together, we see a growing need to reinforce equality of opportunity in AI-based automated decision systems. These systems learn historical biases from the data sets that they're trained on, and it affects disadvantaged people when setting things like setting insurance rates, college admissions, and even in things like targeted advertising. Regulatory oversight through GDPR is already here, and it's growing, and companies really need to get ahead of this. Our company, Fairly AI, offers a SaaS-based QA system for auditing AI, especially with respect to fairness. We're looking to network with Waterloo and Toronto-based startup community and get feedback on our branding and product market fit. We're looking for early traction through the startup ecosystem, and we're hoping to develop some partnerships within the community. Please visit us at Fairly AI.
Perfect. Thank you very much, David and Fion. Fatima.
Yeah, hi. Hello, everyone. Yeah, so Finite, it's basically a facial recognition platform that can match users to skincare products based on predictive AI models. And I mean, right now the app, it basically provides haptic feedback through computer vision and then uses that data to match products to consumers, which they can shop for on Amazon through our app. I guess in a nutshell, it's basically a gateway to e-commerce. And since the incorporation of the company 4 months ago, we actually have the technical infrastructure, a very small and immediate team, and most recently the MVP in place with some initial user feedback, which brings me to my asks for today. We are raising our first round of capital, which will be used to bring the app to the market. And in addition to that, I think I need help identifying a clear marketing strategy to bring awareness to the platform and to help us acquire the first few thousand users. So I mean, we are a Founder Institute company, so thanks, Sunil, for inviting us today.
Thank you very much, Fatima. Peter.
Hello, everyone. Can you see me all right? It's coming through? All right. So Unwrap It is a platform for digital delivery of sponsored attendee gifts at meetings and events. COVID-19 does present a pretty significant opportunity as all kinds of events have gone virtual, or they've been canceled or postponed, and the kinds of gifts that Unwrap It trades in, which is non-material, meaningful gifts, can be delivered regardless. We're also noticing the trend towards sustainability in the meetings and events world, as well as sort of millennial preferences, just leaning towards non-material. So these three forces combined, we feel presents a really compelling path for Unwrap It to really define a new market in digital non-material event gifting. And we have designs for and a prototype that we're now going to be building out as a full-fledged product. We're recruiting for 2 co-founders, one in product, one in engineering, respectively. So that's my first and foremost ask. If you know of co-founders, I'm about to be sharing those descriptions out and would appreciate any help in getting the word out as wide as possible. Any introductions in the meetings and events industry? It's a huge one, has many facets. I'm focused in on business events, business meetings. And then I do have a full pitch deck and seed round strategy that I'd welcome your feedback on. Thanks.
Perfect. Thank you, Peter. Okay, Sean, you are up.
Great. Hello, everyone. I'm Sean. I am the CEO of Supervisa. Thanks to Sunil and our Founder Institute alumni, and also thanks Jeffrey for hosting the events. So Supervisa is an automation software for visa and immigration applications. So the number of international migrants globally reached an estimated 272 million in 2019. And this is an increase of 23% in the last decades. North America, including Canada, US, hosts about like 60 million of international migrants, according to the United Nations. So however, when applying for visas, there are hundreds of different applications with complicated regulations. So people like me, myself, are being affected by fraud because of a language barrier and the lack of transparency. So how can we solve the problem? Think of us as a TurboTax, but in immigration. We help our applicants to apply their visas in 3 easy steps. So first, pre-screen their own eligibility by asking them simple questions automatically, then upload the required documents as listed. Last, our regular immigration consultant will review their complete package and submit the application. On average, immigration consultants spend a month per application. With the Supervisa, the process can be done within days, allows us to increase our efficiency and scalability. We charge at least 50% less than other immigration consulting firms, and it's because of the automation. And also because of the automation, it gives us 80% of a margin while we're maintaining high quality of services. The lifetime value is about $8,000 per applicant. An applicant like me, myself, can be attached with the platform for 8 years from a student visa to all the way citizenship. We have launched our MVP in March and started generating like some earlier revenue and doubled our users every month, even during the pandemic. And we are hiring right now. So we're looking for a CTO and a marketing manager to help us to grow faster to meet our demands. And also we wanted to expanding our networking to provide more valuable sources or services to our clients as well. Thank you very much.
Perfect. Thank you very much. Bolis.
Yeah. Hey, y'all. So Bolis here, co-founder of Argentum. Argentum Electronics is a company that's converting building power systems from alternating current to the direct current. And that's in an effort to save the electricity ratepayers up to 40% on their energy bills. We do this using a mix of technologies. Some of them are patented. It's essentially an end-to-end building IoT platform that quickly brings sensors, intelligent automation, direct current power distribution to LED lighting and HVAC systems. So specifically what we're looking help with is introduction to pilot customers, channel partners, anyone really in the real estate value chain that could be a property manager, real estate developer, building engineering, design firms. We have a couple of really cool technologies for post-COVID smart offices. We're looking at things like ventilation monitoring, like monitoring the air quality, monitoring social distancing using thermal cameras and occupancy sensors that we make. So we make these like cool looking occupancy sensors that are wireless and stick to the desks anywhere. Can tell you how many desks are being used at a time or which desks they are. We're also looking at some thermal camera temperature monitoring stuff and monitoring breath, volatile organic compounds as biomarkers for respiratory problems. We're also looking for possible help, like introduction to investors who invest in this space. It's been, yeah, it's a little bit of a harder technology. So looking for investors that invest in this space, we're looking to do a $1.5 million early seed round. We can probably by ourselves just alone put together 500,000, and that's through revenue from customers. That's through a mix of cash that we already have, and a mix of cash that's owed to us from other sources, and a mix of pending investments that we've already signed, term sheets we've already signed. So yeah, thank you very much for letting me talk.
Wallace, thank you very much for that. Okay, so that was the end of the event. Thank you very much, everybody who joined. There was 50 plus people that came on, investors in the entire region, which was fantastic to see. But there was also lots of entrepreneurs. There was a ton of feedback going across the chat, which is very exciting, and hopefully everybody will be able to connect. Thank you very much, guys, for all of your time today. It was fantastic, and hopefully you guys made some great connections. And yeah, we look forward to seeing you guys at some other events. And if you are interested to talk more about your investment side, you have Laura's email. Feel free to reach out to us and book some time, and we'd be happy to chat further through that.